Last episode on sailing Millennial Falcon, we arrived in Pigeon Island on Guadeloupe's west coast, known for its snorkelling and underwater statue of Jacques Cousteau. After free diving on the statue, we then went to check out the main town close by. During our stay on Pigeon Island, we met some fellow Aussies who invited us for a barbecue on the beach. We then headed further north to Deshaie, where we joined them again for a beautiful river walk.
So Khiara, we've been holed up editing for 3 days. We've officially come down with a severe case of cabin fever. What you doing?
We really have.
What are we doing?
We literally need to go for a walk, any walk, because my back is just like seizing up from just sitting in one position for so long. So we were planning to go. We've looked around this anchorage, and because it's a nice little bay, there's hills on each side. Pointed to a hill and said we're going to go all the way up to the top of that one. So we're going to go all the way up to the top of the hill. And we're going to go get a croissant along the way and just check out the town, I guess. Anything else to add?
What's the name of that app you've got?
Oh, maps.me.
Maps.me. I would throw that in there because it's that's how we found the trail, allegedly the trail. I haven't verified that it exists, but yeah, maps.me. It's like Google Maps, but it's more for walking trails and things, and it's been quite helpful here, and I imagine it'll be quite helpful elsewhere. So maps.me.
Correct.
Maps.me. It's an app, and it's been pretty helpful for us to just find like what's nearby that you don't need a car or a bus for. So do that.
Stuck inside for like 2 days working, and there's been so much rain. Alright, let's go. We also have about a 2-hour leak nowadays on our dinghy, so it's not even worth blowing
backwards. Problems finding the beginning of the trail. So far, just kind of wandering through a school that I don't know why it's not open, but it should be. Sure, it's someone's driveway. We think we might have found it. It's hiding a little break in this fence here. So we have to
the smallest break ever.
Have to get around. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. We're on the trail. Le littoral Deshaie.
I feel like that just says the litter of.
Path to the trash tip.
Already. And we've been climbing up this hill 3 minutes now. How are you feeling?
Pretty hot. It's humid. Shouldn't be though.
That's
it's not.
The reason. Sure.
Nothing at all to do with
how unfit we are, how high it is.
No, couldn't possibly.
It's just really hot.
There's no breeze here.
He says as wind goes across the
bellows
microphone.
past, blowing in his hair.
let's go,
Keep
let's
up.
go, let's go, let's go.
Just
So clumsy.
He's
just
looking at me.
We're so high.
Whoa! That's what we do when people catch up to us on a trail.
Definitely not a regular occurrence.
It's beautiful.
There's a hole. Totally meant to do that.
This is a beautiful beach.
It really is.
Find the name of this beach. It's really nice. Really nice. It's just on the other side of the village in the bay in Deshaie. Deshaie. I don't know how to say that.
Ah, how nice is this?
Sand
When was the last time we had
between
like
your toes. I
white
don't know.
sand, not
I can't
white sand, but
remember.
yellow sand beach?
Sand between your toes, like back in with Sundays almost.
I know.
Where have we been? No, Grenada wasn't yellow
No,
sand.
everywhere's been
white
black sand.
White, yeah, black sand. Yeah.
Yeah, black
There you go,
volcanic
white
sand.
sandy beach.
Oh, this is glorious.
So good.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together.
That was a awesome little beach. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back there.
Definitely.
I'm glad we found that. 'Cause
Yeah.
the weather is apparently going to be a little bit dodgy in the next couple of days. There's like 35 knots sort of thing on average.
Yeah.
So the forecast says. And well, we've decided just to hunker down for a couple of days and get some work done and just relax a little bit. So I'm glad we found that place because we could be
Yeah,
relaxing on the beach for a few days.
I might head there tomorrow, just get a little bit of a reward for all the work that we've been doing, and sit there and read a book and actually have a swim
Yeah.
and have a day off, pretty much.
Take the hammocks,
Oh,
bring
yeah,
the books,
let's
a
do
couple of
that.
beers,
Yeah.
get my
Yeah.
bronze on.
Get both of our bronze on, trying to even that up there. Alright, signing off. So we've just come back to the dinghy dock, and our dinghy's not there. Tried looking around, and we're not sure. I was just running down the street because you might have seen a dinghy washed on the beach. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I want to explain what's just happened.
So we come back from what was otherwise a lovely morning and get to the dinghy dock, which has just got dinghies everywhere, to discover that our dinghy's not there. So we both go immediately off the deep end and start looking around, looking as if it's going to materialise. Thank God we spotted it down the beach, just at the end of the beach here in a little like swimming pen area. So I race down there and I come in and I see three guys playing dominoes, and then sort of it's the back of someone's house. I'm like, oh, here we go. This could be, I could have just found who pinched it, and they're not, they think they own it now. So I sort of I was pretty aggro, pretty unhappy. I didn't yell at anyone, but I just went in there like, who speaks English? But like, right now, tell me who speaks English. I need to talk to someone. And a guy comes up and he's like broken English. He's like, oh no, just wait, it's fine. Somebody found it and he was like, do it, it went away, and then we brought it back. And I was like, it was tied to the jetty, like it doesn't just float away. Anyway, another guy came up with sort of slightly better English, and he explained that it was out floating around the mooring field, and he brought it back. And then somebody else came and they spoke much better English, and he was like, he wants 20 euros for a beer, and then somebody else came, and then everybody was pretty adamant. And these were not like just locals. These are friends. There's children running around. It's like a family barbecue. I don't think they were lying to us by any means. And somehow the dinghy's just gotten loose, and this guy brought it back, and fair enough. He deserves a 6-pack for his efforts. So we got lucky there. Thank you to old mate fisherman back here who saved our dinghy.
Thank God somebody was watching. I'm just glad we spotted it on the beach.
Oh, I know.
If I ever find who messed with our knot and made our dinghy get loose, I'll get my 20 euros back off them. So, lesson learned there. Padlock or no padlock. Sorry, thieves or no thieves. Padlock is not only a protection against thieves, it's a protection against stupid people who can't retie knots.
So Ads and I have woken up today and we had a conversation of where shall we go now? And we kind of wanted to go to Antigua, and then now we are deciding maybe on St. Martin. And we can kind of, work our way around after that. So to go from here to St. Martin is about 140 miles as the crow flies, which means that it will probably take like 28 hours or something like that. That's a very optimistic opinion though, and so we will need to sail through the night. So today, this morning, we're gonna start working on our lights, fixing our navigation lights, so that we will actually be able to sail through the night.
So it's getting 12 and change volts at the main connection inside the anchor locker before it disappears up into the bowsprit frame thing. So the problem must be in the starboard bow light. So the port bow light is the end of the power cable, and the starboard side piggybacks off that. So we've found that it's 5.5 volts at the port side, which is the end of the line, and we haven't inspected the starboard side, so there must be a voltage, there must be a bad connection at the junction where it's piggybacking, or a bad connection somewhere between here and the end of the line, so it must be starboard side.
Oh my god, look what Adam's just found.
I wonder why we didn't have a starboard nav light. I saw the glows from the LED floating around in the bottom of the cover. Salt water's got right in there and trashed it. All along the bottom, just completely fallen out of the board. Oh, that's an easy repair. Whoa.
It's interesting.
12.3, no, that's what it was though, it was a dodgy connection in here. So there's 12 volts, 12.3 there, 12.3 there, and 5.3 there, and that's the only connection between here and there. So it's this connection that's causing the voltage drop. So the plan's changed again. I just finished, well not just, I had just begun discussing how we were going to go to St. Martin, and so we're going to sail through the night, and so I'm going to fix the bow lights, which I've now done. And in the time it took to fix the bow lights, Khiara and I were discussing how many places, wonderful places we're going to miss, and how much we wanted to go to Montserrat, and how the wind is sort of, it's fine, it's not bad at all, but it's died right off, and so we're a bit, I don't want to be bobbing around out there all night. It'd be nice to just do a nice day sail, like and get there when we get there. So in summary, we've decided to go to Montserrat now. Yay! So we're going to leave at first light tomorrow and just have a nice day sail out to Montserrat. The wind is filling in from the northeast, which is a better angle for us than it would have been going to Antigua or Saint Martin through the night. Yeah, we're going to do Montserrat. Going to hopefully do the volcano tour and just explore the place. We don't want to stay there too long because we still haven't fixed the water maker and we're getting a little bit skint on water. So just enough time to get this week's episode uploaded, to get some tours done and have a nice time, and then we'll move on to Saint Martin.
Khiara, why are you looking particularly intense right now?
No, I'm not. I dyed my eyebrows this morning and I think it takes like a few hours and washings for the colour just to fade a tiny bit. So right now I look really intense.
Web of lies.
Right,
no, in Khiara's defence, she actually wears no makeup ever and hasn't in the entire time I've known her, or very little. Yeah. So she's, despite her fake eyebrows, she's a true
of
beauty.
Which I rarely do, which is why it's such a sudden surprise to see such intense eyebrows, because I rarely do them. That's a wrap. Okay, my eyebrows haven't lost their intensity in the slightest, so they've been coming up today. We're just heading off to Montserrat. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Just got the main up and we need to go get the jib up and then I can change out of my pyjamas. All changed. I'm putting on sunscreen and you may have noticed somehow in our videos that I'm a bit of a clumsy person and I'm very accident prone. So the other day when we were when we got loose of our mooring lines, I was leaping around the decks and trying to find mooring lines and spare ones and hooking them on while I then went back up to the mooring ball, and I got into like massive scrapes. I obviously didn't think about where I was going, I wasn't careful at all. These are the bruises slash welts that I've had because of that night.
Funny sidebar story on that, and I don't know if we have told this story before, but in Puerto Rico when we were pulling out the scupper drains, Khiara, being as accident prone and as bruise prone as she is, was helping me pull out the scupper drains, and you have to reach under the floor in the kitchen. And so she's like at full arm's length, you know, both of us from both sides trying to get these scupper drains out. And over the course of 2 days of doing this, her arms were just like bruises, like all around here, like right where the old domestic violence grab would have been. And so she's just wandering, like, and she just, you know, gets to the bruises and then just moves on and forgets about them. And so she's just wandering around the yard with these massive bruises on her arms, and I couldn't figure out why everyone's sort of giving me questionable looks and greasy looks. And I'm like, have we offended everyone? Like, why is everyone looking a bit sus? Why are we sort of suspect? And then I realised she's got a singlet on and she's wandering around with these massive bruises all over her. Like, people think she's a battered wife.
I had to be so... I think Adam actually asked me, he was like, can you please wear a bit of a longer top next time, at least a t-shirt? And I felt so bad, I felt so bad. I'm so clumsy though, or like, I'm so bruise prone.
So Khiara, blink twice if you're under duress and I'm making you say this. Send help! It's all just a cover story.
On another note, I've challenged Adam and I don't think he remembers.
I do. See, I'm sitting here, I'm not there. I put a cushion there to remind myself not to sit there.
So every single time when we're sailing, he'll be sitting in here, right there, arm rested against that, looking out, all like moodily, like.
In a captainly fashion.
Exactly, yeah, right. So I've challenged him to just do one sail where he is not doing that, and I think he forgot because he's just...
The cushion's there as a reminder. It's like, see, I've got another cushion here where I'm sitting today.
Oh, Joe, I'm going to film you throughout the day and just...
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm just going to stand at the wheel all day.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of sitting, he's just going to stand, that's all. let all the jib out?
Yeah, let's start.
You change positions.
See, I don't have to control everything all the time. I'm not captaining today. Khiara's captaining today.
Oh great, so he gives me 5 knots of wind to work with as a captain.
5 minutes ago when it was 12 knots, 15 knots, I was like, yeah, I am the captain, and now it's 6 knots, I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Thanks babe.
Wake me up when we get there.